Do you believe that the poor population has increased with COVID-19? In other words, have more people come to the food pantry?
Surprisingly, I mean, well, I've been off. We've been closed since April on Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been working just Thursday and Friday. But the number of people at the pantry has not really increased, I don't think.
Oh.
Which surprised me, it really did. But I think another part of that is there's so much food available for people where they can just drive up with their car and pick up food. So,
so there's become more things available because of the pandemic. Probably.
I mean, we were open today. We had 30 clients. They had 37 yesterday. So that's 67. We used to run over between 90 and 110 when we were open for 3 days. So it really hasn't increased.
Yeah. The reason why I asked that mostly was because I just know a lot of the parish families here, like us,
Right.
we like. I don't know, did we actually register or like?
Initially we did, like when they had the situation where they furloughed a bunch of us and all that, and cut some of us to part-time. We were encouraged to go over and basically sign up at the food pantry.
Right.
So we did that for a bit, and then we've since been more or less called back.
Yeah.
That I don't think we're like officially on the rolls anymore,
Right.
but I'll still stop over there. And that's the thing. John will sometimes say to me. He usually tells me, come by 11:30 on Fridays.
Pick up some stuff, right?
There's so much of it. Yeah.
They didn't have so many people that day or whatever, or they got more than they thought. And I talked with Joyce too. She's like, well, they never know how much or how little they're going to get food wise. It could be they get a ton, and they got to do something with it or throw it away.
Yeah. They had a ton of eggplant here.
Oh, is that right?
From yesterday and today, they just got rid of it today.
What's funny was they had all that huge thing of
the squash,
right? So I grabbed one, and then some bananas, and then I brought it to Carmen here actually, and like you've been into like finding these recipes and different things online.
I roasted it. I guess I put like
squash,
and it was really good.
And you made a soup out of it. We made like a butternut squash soup thing. I'm like, I should have grabbed like 5 of these or something.
Yeah.
You literally did like one time making that recipe and used up the whole thing. And there was so much here, we probably could have grabbed a whole bunch.
Yeah, more.
Yeah, it's good, but it's hard to work with those.
Yeah. I had never done it before,
to peel
honestly.
and to cut up.
Yeah, that was the first time we'd ever used it in the house was when I brought it home and she was making that soup.
Yeah, Joyce cut it up yesterday. We didn't cook it yet.
Yeah. What else do you got question-wise there?
Do you wish that there were more young teen volunteers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because our age group of volunteers is 60 plus.
Yeah.
A lot of 70 pluses. And it's very difficult when you get deliveries and things like that because, I can't be carrying stuff up and down the steps. It's difficult. We need young people.
Yeah. And I was saying, I know Father Ron made a plea from the pulpit about that a while back. And it seemed like it worked too, where you had some teens that were here and stuff. But I was thinking, and we were talking about this project a little bit on the way over. I think it seems to me maybe because I don't see quite as many right now, but then school is going on, so you can't get teens here maybe during the normal times that you're open, unless they're. I suppose a homeschool kid could come or something and help maybe if they have a time. But they were doing school too; they're just at home.
Right.
But it seems like in general, even if it's not teens, maybe even just having. Just younger adults that could do it
young
too.
Adults, even 50 to 60 categories. They're a lot more agile than myself. I think I'm in pretty decent shape, but for anybody that's 65 or 70 years old, you need somebody that's 60 is a lot better than somebody that's 75.
Yeah.
Carrying boxes and things like that.
Yeah,
So young adults and.
Was there was a time where Chris did bring some of the Life Team people over? Did that actually happen?
Or they brought some of the kids from the youth group and all that.
Not that I know of. I don't know.
Oh, you know? Because
I think he may have had something to do with some of the teens that came. But I don't know if it was directly funneled through the Life Teen or the youth ministry necessarily, but he was involved in some way, I think. It was sort of where it came from was Father even brought it up at our staff meeting, and I think that probably, by default Chris then because it was trying to get teens to come and help.
Yeah.
Okay. Since the last time we talked, do you think the poor population has increased?
You were sort of saying that earlier.
Yeah, I know. But I wanna...
Oh, just in general?
Yeah, just in general, not just with COVID.
I think what you're saying though with the clients, it's not like you've seen.
Not that much though.
You're not seeing
yeah. Okay, and then, have you lost volunteers?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. There's, on my Tuesday crew, there's like I have 3 people that, I was the 4th because I had some situations back in April and I just didn't want to get involved with it. So they decided to close and we never did reopen because, first of all, we didn't have the people to work it and didn't really have the client base to warrant opening it upon Tuesday. So.
Yeah.
But we did, we lost 3 people off our crew. I mean, not permanent, I don't think, but once this clears up, I'm sure they'll come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it had it's a bit to do with the pandemic and everything and the situation being what it is right now. I mean, I don't know if you find there are other, what the strategy usually is to get more people involved. I don't know, it's just kind of word of mouth, or people just kind of come to you and say, hey, I feel like getting involved, or, I don't know if there's every, almost like a way that you go about recruiting people to help?
Well, the only thing they did when we used to have the ministry fair.
Right.
That was basically the only way. Otherwise, it's just kind of like word of mouth. You're talking to somebody and I wish I had something to volunteer.
Yeah, I think I knew a person that was involved in another ministry, and they were kind of stepped down from this. And they said, maybe I'll go get involved over as him as involved. Like they kind of just shifted gears from doing one thing to doing another. Even John Hoffman told me that. I mean, he was more or less doing security for a long time, and I don't think he's doing that any longer. But he kind of, I think, decided if he was going to do that, then he'd come over and do savings to Paul.
Okay, well that's it. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate you hanging out for a few minutes
to
help with this. You got everything you need for your thing?
Yep.